everybody. Thanks for joining us here after the live eviction episode. Got the feeds. They're cut right now. There's maybe a malfunction with one of the buttons or somebody didn't hit the button, but as of right now, it stands that Julia and Vanessa are out. Julia, I think I read she was off at a false start, and Vanessa just couldn't hold it anymore. So anyway, that's what's going on right now. And in that last race where somebody didn't hit, it looks like even Johnny Mac was probably the last one to touch. Johnny Mac or James, it looked like, from trying to slow down to watch it.
Yeah,
But anyway,
we've got our
thanks for
best
joining us.
forensic specialist on the case. They're reviewing the tapes.
Reviewing the tapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jason's with us again. What's up, Jason?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey,
going
man,
on?
what's up? What do you think about Becky heading out the door? I mean, is Becky as basic as she seems? Or she had some game?
Becky's pretty basic. I mean, really, she was just the maid, and she was talking game to me, but she wasn't really talking game to a lot of people, really, until I left. So
Yeah.
I almost don't even understand her game because I've never really witnessed too much of it in person.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
it's just like, well, of course, and that's who I was against. So it's like you could have got her way back then. You gave her the chance to win an extra HOH. So like you give them the chances for Becky to win. So I get why they are. It was a good decision to get rid of Becky, but with her like broken foot thing this week,
Yeah.
I would have wanted to take out Johnny Mac.
I agree.
Absolutely.
But you know, you're still, I don't know. She's gonna get a chance to compete to come back in, and you know, if you're Liz, you're like, well, I can send her out, and she won't come back in possibly because she got the bum will. I don't know. Maybe there's some thought.
Well, I mean,
that.
even talking about the the buyback or whatever, the comeback. What do you guys think it's going to be? I mean, our season it was like the wall where you had to catch the things that they already did, and then last season it was like this weird crapshoot, plinko, fucking bullshit.
Yeah, where you toss in the ring toss or something.
What are they going to
like
do this
that,
year? What are they
basically.
going to do this season?
I don't know.
Couldn't
They
call
could
it.
they could bring it back to like the old way, which like how Kesar got back in and things like that. But
How
I
was
feel
that
like
actually?
it will
How
be
did
a
they do?
comp.
Was it just
That
like
was
Kesar,
vote.
it was an America's vote.
Okay.
That was America's vote because remember Ashley, she left.
Yeah, she
Sequester.
left. And they
She was
were
like, "Fuck it, I don't want to go."
you don't
back
need
in."
her number.
Yeah, exactly. It's between Kaser, Michael, and Cappy.
That's
Yeah.
so great.
But yeah, okay. Of the three jurors right now, Shelly, Jackie, Becky, who's the most athletic? I mean, Shelly kicked ass on that one endurance comp, but Becky's won some comps, and Jackie seems to be kind of fierce too. Who do you think's the most likely to win like a physical comp?
Well, you know what? They are all really close in similarities. Like, Becky definitely has the sprint running, and she's going to be able to do anything that's sort of a physical fast challenge.
Mhm.
But Shelly has the endurance, and Jackie is sort of a rounded middle. She's
Yeah.
really the person who is capable of probably doing both of those types of challenges. Where Shelly, I can see as someone that's going to hold up there for a long time. But I don't know how Becky would necessarily be in that type of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be actually like it kind of sucked to go against all those ladies because they all seem like they're very fierce competitors and they all seem
Exactly.
like very physically inclined. So unless
Yeah.
it's
I
a
mean,
crapshoot, I mean you're gonna be hurting.
unless it's a crapshoot. But say Vanessa gets out next week, it's good that she's got 3 powerhouses to compete against.
Yeah.
So I see if this would be the time to take out someone that is a strong social threat, but is not going to win a physical challenge to get back in. She better hope it's a crapshoot like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so basically with this HOH competition, feeds are still down. I guess that they might be trying to see if there's something wrong with that button. Somebody from production got up the speaker and said there's some issue.
You're not allowed to
yeah.
talk about production.
Yeah. But does it matter who?
Those words will haunt my dreams.
Yes, they will.
Well, yeah,
That's the only
yeah.
thing I ever got buzzed for. I never even got the mic. It was just stop
Yep.
talking about us.
Yep. The worst
Uh,
one.
Do you think that as of right now, it looks like we've got Austin, James, Steve, and Johnny Mac are the only ones still competing. So if James and Johnny Mac get HOH, looks like Vanessa's the target. Vanessa's probably going to go home because they'll take that stab at her if they get the chance. So I'm going to go ahead and put a V down for them. Austin and Steve. James, is James the target then?
I would think Steve would target James. I think he showed his cards a little during the double eviction and showed that even if the veto had been used then, James probably would have been stuck up there.
Yeah, and he's going to be influenced by the twins in Austin, and um, so it looks like probably we could say that James and Vanessa are the two most likely candidates. Okay, James could make a dent in that jury comp coming back in that buyback competition. So because that dude, he's depending on the competition. He's one too that could absolutely kill it if it's endurance or some other more sophisticated where aim's involved, shit like that. So anyway, that's
if they're gonna make if it's gonna be a fucking crapshoot, it's gonna be a full on like aim won't be anything. Like that one last season was so like I didn't even understand it. Can anyone explain to me what the fuck was happening? Like, a bunch of fucking like coins just blink around and fucking then someone
Julie
gets
couldn't
points.
even count them.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like it was like what the fuck is happening? It was too much to handle. Like I don't know. They need to come back with some endurance shit because that's the fun thing to watch. And I think they're realizing that endurance is like a super important part of the show because people want to watch live feeds because of endurance competition and stuff like that. And that's why they've been like really pushing, like they've been giving that information to like the press kind of people. And that's how like kind of today we knew that it was going to be a kind of endurance. It's not really so much an endurance, but I think that CBS is picking that up and it's like just fucking put in 1,000 endurance comps because I love that.
Yeah, that's what I needed.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, you got that fucking like little girl like stature like I do, where it's like you could just kill endurance. You're just fucking.
Steve James Austin looks like Johnny Max out.
Oh yeah, Johnny's max out. But yeah, like that, like we've got the perfect build for like these competitions because we've got the girl build, but we still are fucking got some weird body mass that helps. I don't know. They should have thrown more endurance comps, but at least it's better than like I think last season they didn't do any really, did they?
Yeah, there was like only 3.
Yeah,
it was just like the first one. Yeah,
lots of quizzes playing.
And that's what I think. I think endurance is the fucking.
With Battle of the Block, they've got to show who the 2 HOHs are like every week, pretty much that kind of thing. It's very quick. The first comp's endurance because they're able to shoot it like that. Before the feeds come on.
Mm-hmm.
But when it first goes into this single, like a single HOH round, they start doing a lot of endurance stuff. So they kind of pilot here towards the mid game. So,
what do you think about this comp, Jason?
I think it's an interesting one. I think it's something new. We haven't really seen something that is really here's an endurance, but also has now run and sprint to the button and don't be last. It's definitely something we haven't seen before, and I always appreciate that. Granted, we all love the classics, but it's nice to see some new stuff thrown in.
Absolutely. I think, and Spencer, you were saying this before, that it kind of incorporates some elements of, the Khazar, hold the button aspect, which is awesome, and I think that I wish they would play this out even harder. I wish they would hold, there's going to be one where it's just, all night, where you're just holding that. That would be awesome.
Those are my favorite comps, where at the bottom of the screen says 9 hours, 43 minutes, and then you're damn.
Passage of time is huge. That's, they have to do more stuff like that, and I think this is a step in the right direction. Big shout out to Heath and the comp department.
Big shout out to Heath.
Doing some work.
Jason, whose game is surprising you since you left the house? Who's turned it up?
Whose game is surprising me? I appreciate Johnny Mac's game because in there it looks like he has none. So I think I'm really liking where Johnny Mac is going and doing. Steve, he's so he's the one that I'm really still unsure about where I want to put him, whether I can't stand his game but obviously my people, I think they're still in the right direction. They've done what I would have never done, which is really work with Austin and Liz, but that was best thing for their game. So it's almost good that I'm gone because now they can work with Austin and Liz, or if I was there it still would have never happened.
Are Austin and the twins, are they the most right now? If you want to be safe in the house, you got to kiss their ass. There's no doubt about that, right?
Exactly.
100%.
And I think, honestly, without someone, it was because I did not like Austin so much that I never connected with the twins. Because when it really came down to it, I'm probably most like the twins in the house, other than Davon. We're like the sassy, trash-talking ones. If anything, we should have been united on our sassiness.
Was Austin's relationship with Jace early on? Was that just such a fucking turn off to you? The whole thing was it them
The
together or
whole
him
thing.
separately? Just okay, all right.
No, I met them when I moved in the house. They were already together and they were already like glue. So they were always a pair, like completely. And then they came up with all the silly things that they were gonna do in the diary room and like the little
Yeah,
like skits and songs they would sing. Like, and that's when I was like, I can't stand. And it honestly a lot of that went away when Jace left. Austin stopped doing that until maybe this week when he's trying to plan a party every night or was planning
yeah,
podcasts when I was there.
Hmm.
But I definitely
yeah,
think that that was a lot of Jace's doing at the beginning, and it definitely fell off for a while after Jace left.
yeah. I think that with Jace going, it really helped Austin's social game big time because
Can
Jace brought out a really fucking annoying side of him.
Hmm.
Can you
What?
shed a little light on Austin as a person? Do you know, like, is this dumb luck that is he falling ass backwards into perfection of a game, or because Spencer loves him, I think he's doing okay, but at the
I
same
do.
time, is it dumb luck or is this like really amazing strategy?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a ridiculous ego that thinks that they are like creating some new shit that Big Brother has never seen before. They're the new master. When
Yeah.
really it's just Devin that survived a little bit too long. You know, I don't necessarily think that's why you are right by saying ass backwards. He's sort
Hmm.
of fallen into what may look like the master manipulator runner of the house role, but I
Hmm.
don't think that he really knew how to get in that role. He just
Yeah,
happened to be the last man standing, and there he is.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, okay, would you say would you say that Austin's best move to this point? What would you say is Austin's best move at this point?
I think Austin's best move at this point was obviously saving himself the week that I went, because even watching it back, it was pretty much like Austin was gonna go, and
Hmm.
he
Yeah,
was in one of the people who was influential of him now no longer being the target, and thus me becoming the target, and that was a good decision for him, because like I said, I would have never really worked with Austin. He would have always ended up being a target of mine.
Hmm.
So it was smart of him to get rid of me because if not, I would have won stuff, and I probably like I wouldn't have gone after Clelly. I would have gone after Austin and the twins.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. No, I don't disagree with you. I would add on to that, being able to convince Clay and Shelly and Vanessa that it's going to be a great idea to bring the twin in, knowing that the twin will be closer to Liz than anybody, and Liz is close to Austin. I think that right there in of itself is almost a game winning move to say, hey, let's bring in somebody that primarily will help me more than you, Shelly, you, Clay, or you, Vanessa. You
And
know,
let you guys agree to it and think it's good for you too.
yeah, exactly, exactly. It's crazy, but no, you're right. Convincing them to get you out, absolutely, absolutely. So,
Um,
because I'm always trying to convince McCrae that Austin's playing a good game.
No, and I don't disagree. Like it's all right. It's a fine game, and it's like it's okay. It's interesting because it is this weird three thing, and I don't know. It's interesting, but again, it's like I don't know. I just don't know what to think
I
about it. I
like
guess.
watching it because it's the exact opposite of what the twins did in five. Like the
Hmm.
twins did in five is what should have happened this year. They should have came
Sure,
in. Everyone says, "Oh my God, oh my Lanta, get him out."
that's
So
it.
that everyone has like weaponized them is like Big Brother 5 2K15. Like it's like
Yeah.
2.0, and it's funny to see the exact opposite way it could technically go because
Yeah,
usually
yeah,
you'd think it would go the other way.
Hmm.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I have every reason right now to believe that the twins could make up at least two of the final three.
Yep.
You know,
Here's all right.
No, I think one of them is making it down there. I would
yeah,
probably, and I said it, I'll swallow my tongue if they weren't twins. I'll probably swallow my tongue if one of them isn't down there. But I do think it will probably be Liz. Liz is probably the better competitor, but for some reason I see Liz as someone who's going to get up there and be able to veto herself. She looks like the new age Allison from BB4. So,
yeah.
Absolutely.
like, you have no idea what to expect from her. She comes off really dumb, but when it comes to these comps, Liz is good.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think that Julia will convince Liz that she needs to get away from Austin? That Austin's hurting her game.
I think
Because
they're really they might be really trying to run down to a final 3 scenario. And then it will come
yeah.
down to, of course, Austin, you can't get mad at us. I think the only way that you're
Sure.
not going to burn Austin at this point is if he's eliminated in a final 3 scenario.
Well,
Yeah,
like to me,
yeah.
it's always like, well,
Hey,
what's the
feeds
point?
are back. Steve's out. Feeds are back. Steve's out. It's
What's
James
the
and
point
Austin.
of like bringing, or what's the point of not bringing Austin? Like, why would you ever cut him? Like, it's a person that is like clearly going to be loyal, like pretty much to a fault. It seems, you know. It's like, why would you ever cut this guy that seems so? He's like the lovable doofus. I don't know. Is that am I wrong?
I don't know.
I mean, he's just like your fucking dog that's like boo hoo hoo. He's too
I
big.
don't-
He just is clumsy, just knocking stuff over. Like he's
He
just,
didn't even
like-
fit in the dice to do the grump and roll. He barely even fit
yeah.
in it. So like some of these things he's just not built for. He's like a big
No,
big
for sure.
log.
he's
Well,
a big.
like even well that wall competition, man. He struggled with that. You know, some comps just they're not built for big dudes, and he's what
He can
6'5".
do Cirque du Soleil rolls in the backyard all he wants. It's like he's still not going to be built for any of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Man, this is gonna be a tense race. This next race, they're gonna hold him in position for a while. We'll try to stay with it. Until
This is
end
the
of this-
final one, right? So this is
final leg,
James
yeah.
versus.
James versus Austin, which is gonna be big.
But
yeah.
I think Austin has that like explode. Like he's been doing he's done training,
Yeah.
like wrestling training, like explode from the legs and all that stupid bullshit. Like I'm sure he knows what he's doing right here.
Well,
Yeah.
and he's got a longer gait and his arms are longer. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is gonna be the race for James' life here. Honestly, it's gonna be tough for him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I've seen James do more running in there than I've seen of Austin. Austin really doesn't do the cardio and the running. He does lots of lifting and lots of power stability stuff.
Yeah.
But he does have the athletic power to burst. When,
Yeah,
when it says
exactly.
go, he's gonna burst
Yeah.
up. So
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing is like it's not a
James
it's
like
not a
Mighty Mike though. He just he's like that shit.
Either way, I don't mind either of these people being HOH. I don't know what's gonna happen. I guess everyone says that they're gonna go after Vanessa, but is that really what they'll do? Is that the best move for Austin? Is that like
I don't think that'd be the best move for Austin.
Mhm.
But I
But
don't
he's got
think
Johnny
Austin.
Mac pulled in. He's kind of got Johnny Mac pulled in, and therefore Steve in the way.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
but in the
I think
long
they-
run, he knows he doesn't have them. Even if he pulls them in, they're not going to be that tight. They're going to have to go in 1 or 2 weeks. So you might be,
Same can be
make
said with the twins and Austin for Vanessa.
okay,
though.
valid.
So, and we
Yeah.
got somebody coming back, and this is going to be that weird week where they're like, okay, we know this is probably going to be the week somebody returns, so it's going to be an odd week. I think it's going to be a dicey week, regardless.
Well,
of
then it's like also why wouldn't like Vanessa should make the claim now of like
And-
why would you get me out now because I can come back and be pissed like give me out
exactly, and
1
that's a
week
great
later.
reason. That's a great
Maybe
reason.
someone
not to try to-
will Lawan this week. Maybe
Yeah,
someone will
Like,
just
just
say,
put me- no,
Well,
no. Do you
Well,
who
okay,
would do
let-
it?
oh,
Who do you think would
hold on,
do
wait,
it?
wait.
who would Lawan themselves?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Actually, I don't think any of them this year are dumb enough to Lawan themselves.
How much do you actually think Johnny Mac knows about the game?
You know, this is a question I keep pondering with, and I haven't necessarily gotten an answer with it on the outside. Whether Johnny Mac is really someone who just got discovered because he was a funny guy, or if he's someone who actually put in work and studied this and has. But you know, sometimes these people that really don't know the game have like the freshest strategies
John
because they
Party.
aren't bogged down by the history of it.
I'd say
So
John Party, Canada.
It could just be
John
that
Party,
he
yep.
has It could just be that he, has a great strategy, fresh of it all. But I
Yeah.
honestly do think he's
Oh, it's
probably.
the race right now. It's the race right
What's
now. I think
going on?
James won. Hold on.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
can't
know.
tell. It
They
looks-
they just went to Jeff Fish. So we got to rewind it. But no, I agree. I think that's 100% right, and that's why I think everyone gets so down on recruits, and I don't believe that. Well, because it's like I imagine that if they just put in a bunch of like me and yous and Spencer,
say it looks like
we
Austin.
would all
I
just
don't
all
know.
sit back the whole time. We would always be like, "Oh yeah, I'm not doing shit."
I'm
like,
waiting till like
I'm-
week 8.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we would never fuck around. Like that's the
Yeah.
problem. Recruits like to get in there, and sometimes like they pull off a strategy that just kind of fucking works. And like I think that
Oh,
like
Austin won. Liz is kissing her. Or maybe. Hold on. I mean, they're kissing.
are those
each
like you're not happy about that? This is some live breaking news right here. This is some good,
other.
interesting
It's just-
shit.
Yeah, they're hugging Austin. They're hugging Austin. Yeah.
Well, they're hugging both. But
Yeah, they
yeah,
are
I don't know.
hugging
The recruits are not bad. I think Johnny Mac's a casual essentially. But let's get on to it. What do you think? What's gonna happen this week?
Now that Austin's HOH?
If that's the case, what? Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I think
camera's finally focused on him.
Yeah, it'd be smart if he did what he's been saying he's gonna do and go after Vanessa. I'd like to see him do, because that's smart for my side of the house.
Is
But
that
what's
what
truly
is? Yeah.
Yeah, but what's truly smart for him would probably be to try to get James out and stick James up against those 4 girls. If it is an endurance comp, you've eliminated one of your main physical
Yep.
male threats,
Yep.
and
Liz,
you've
just put the key
eliminated
on
him with
Austin.
some girl that doesn't hate you.
Yep. I think that's 100% correct. Yeah, because James, he's gonna go up against the physical dominance of those ladies. Like, it's gonna be a real challenge for him, essentially. And if it's a crapshoot, it's like it's a 1 in 4 chance that he'll win. So, that's exactly right. Yeah, it was. Yeah, you want him to go after Vanessa, but I think for the
His
threesome,
game.
yeah, for the threesome, it's a really bad idea. They need to keep Vanessa around because she is
Vanessa's
that
staying,
targety.
Well-
but it's gonna end up biting them regardless. I think. Like,
James
if they
is-
keep her with, it will bite them. So it's like, what do you do? It's kind of that balance of like, do you deal with it now or deal with it later? But you're still gonna have to deal with the repercussions regardless.
Right. I think it's not so bad to leave Vanessa there, but leaving Vanessa with Steve is leaving her with someone that she can band against the triplets.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, that's what they
twosome.
are.
It's a twosome.
Sure. And depending on who comes back in, Becky said she wants to go after Liz. That would be somebody to pull in. The buyback is going to be really interesting. It is. And this week, okay, James just proved, obviously he's won comps before, but he just proved that he's, again, all the more reason to get him out. But since he can win comps, do Austin and the twins want that possibility? Or is this a week hit a softball and try to just go for Meg? I mean, I've started seeing Meg getting final 2 for a while, but I mean, according to like what I think would be possibly best for their game, that might be it. Because even if she came back, you're just in the same situation where she'll help James, but she's probably not coming back, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
And,
But I think they are looking at Megan there in clear, simple Victoria syndrome. She
Sure.
won't go until the second double eviction when there's nothing but the alliance that was working together for a long time and Meg. And then they'll just say, sorry, chick, because she really comes off so unintimidating in there. You're like, Becky looks unintimidating because all she does is clean, but Meg just like lays around and cracks jokes. So she's great to be around, but in the game, you don't look at Meg like, oh my god. Meg doesn't look like she could win, because even if everybody loved you, if you get down, the only reason Jordan won 11 is not because everybody loved her, it's because everyone hated Natalie. It's not because Jordan had the best strategy in the world. She happened to make it to the end, and she was more beloved by the jury. Now, it would be like, now I've like lost my train of thought. It would be like the opposite.
I love where you're going with this though, where it's like it's a utilitarian versus negative utilitarianism, a fucking weird psychology bullshit. But that's exactly what it is. Where it's like, well, which do you weigh more?
It's about time to wrap up.
Well, shit. I mean, fuck. Whatever. Fuck it. We'll never have a good fucking debate. I don't know. Yeah. Well, whatever. Who knows? I don't know. I got nothing.
If Meg gets down there, she's gonna look like she's barely played. Why give her the check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she'll definitely walk to final 2. Like, she seems
Yeah.
like the easiest one. Like, I would give her everything. Like, who gives a shit? Because unless she tries to, like, make a big move or tries to get blood on her hands and stuff like that, it's like, then she'll go home immediately. You can't do anything like that when you're in that kind of position. You just have to walk to the end. And it's an easy 50,000. Who cares? Why not?
But one
That's
thing
true.
you
And
gotta
who
say,
knows,
though,
if the jury is bitter, you might just,
Yeah, exactly.
they could Big Brother Canada won you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Or tried
exactly.
to Big Brother Canada won
try
you.
to.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Bill
exactly.
Pass.
Exactly. One thing about Meg, though, is this. If she does happen to win a HOH, there's really not going to be any choice but for her to put up big targets. So she will get some good blood going in her hands going into final 2 if she lands there, because just kind of lack of choices. I mean, I think that the way the lines are drawn, she's gonna have to put up the twins. She's gonna have to put up Austin and Liz. She's gonna have to put up Austin, Julia, Vanessa. I mean, you know what I mean? It'll be. There's lots of big game left to still hunt in the house, and if Meg gets it, she'll have to do that. So that's good. You got to keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right. Well, I think we've.
Yeah.
I think we've hit it. We've hit the limit. We've talked about. Yep. all Big Brother there is to talk about. We've covered it tonight, so I don't know. But we've covered everything. I mean, what else could there be? What do you think? Who's gonna come back? Who's gonna come back in the house? Give us your gut reaction. Just gut.
Yep. Shoot from the
My
hip.
gut.
Yeah.
My gut is. I hate my gut. My gut is telling me Shelly is coming back. I would love to see Jackie come back, but
Okay.
like I had that dream that Liz won, and she very well might, and then somebody better like make me a psychic hotline lady. But
Absolutely.
I feel like for some reason Shelly is going to come back. Shelly is probably one of the best all-around, well-rounded players this year. And if she comes back, it's going to be problems because she's going to be a big, strong competitor. She probably still won't win, but she'll buy everyone another week because it will be obvious to get Shelly out.
Yeah.
I like it.
I agree.
Where if Becky comes back, Becky could be someone that might walk her way to final two if you bring her back and there's only 5 of you. Well, you know, it won't be that. But, you know, if she gets back in the house and falls back into I'm just going to do the dishes, people may forget her for a few more weeks again. And then she'll be here in a Final Four situation like, hey.
No, absolutely. And Becky could, again, at that point, could win her way to the end. She's got the physicality to do that. But anyway,
Spencer, what do you got? What do you got? What's your guess? Let's hear it.
My guess, if James goes, I'm going to guess it's going to be some type of endurance comp. And honestly, I'm going to say this is long shot because he's not even the jury yet, but I'm going to money's on James.
I like that. That's what I was looking for. Sorry, Jason, but I'm looking for like the fucking weird, you fucked up. No, I like the deep cut of like, oh yeah, I'm guessing this person's gonna go this week, and then I'm not gonna do that though. I'm gonna go the easy way also. I think Becky's gonna come back. I
thought you were gonna say Shelly. I was gonna be like, "Oh, you fucking pussy!"
No. I think Becky. She's got that train wreck brain. I think that just like it's gonna unlock and just like she's gonna beautiful mind her way to the end. I don't know. I don't know. Some shit's gonna happen, but we'll fucking I don't know. We'll see. If you guys people that are watching, comment who you think is gonna come back. I want to hear some dark horse answers. Yeah, and then I don't know. Jason, what do you got to plug?
Oh, I don't. I have a Snapchat now. That shit's
Yeah.
crazy. People harass me on Snapchat, and it's very
Sweet.
weird.
What's your Snapchat?
The J Roy.
Okay.
But that's my Twitter at the J Roy.
Keep
My
it simple.
Snapchat's J Roy. I just got a Facebook because my family was yelling at me like, take over this Team Jason page, and then everyone on Facebook. I'm like, my phone died immediately from notifications, so I'm kind of scared of Facebook at this point. I like have one.
Okay.
You could try to be my friend, but I don't even know how to
Shit's
freaking
going
work that
crazy.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad I got my fucking Facebook friend notification in there as soon as I could because I knew it was gonna explode.
It was insane.
Yeah. Facebook is crazy.
Yeah, no, nothing to plug.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're going to go follow him on Snapchat and Twitter, all that good shit.
Come harass me on Snapchat.
Yeah, go harass him. Excellent. So I don't know. What do you want to? Do you want to do next week? Are you?
I'm down for every Thursday if y'all want to do Thursday.
Oh,
I don't
really?
care.
Okay. Well, you heard it here
Sweet.
first. I'm excited. I love it. This has been awesome. I think this is kick ass.
Combo.
Yeah, great. You're our resident historian. Then you are the fucking. You're the
I'm the
knowledgeable one.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, exactly. You're the
You are.
Wikipedia. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Excellent. Oh, you heard it here first, folks. Always Thursdays 9:30. Spencer, what do you got to plug? What do you got?
Just like make sure you subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button. Follow me at Spencer B. Clawson, and don't forget our schedule is every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Central. So subscribe and you won't miss episode. Anyway,
Absolutely.
thanks, Jason. Appreciate your time again, bro.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you,
Adam.
dude. It's always an awesome time. And thank you, everyone. Don't follow me. Just leave me alone, please. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks again, and we hope we won't see you guys on the block because it's the worst place to be. I'll talk to you later. Bye.